Alright, so here I am back in TWRP, and right now I have the version AICP ROM on here, which I just demonstrated in the last video, works consistently with the PV app. So first thing I'm going to do, we're going to wipe the phone, nuke all the data. So Dalvik, cache, system, and whoops, not internal storage, or that either. We want data, there we go. So I'm going to nuke those 4 items. If we wipe anything else, bad things happen. There we go, that's better. And wipe. Yeah, if I were to reboot the phone right now, it wouldn't come up with anything. It wouldn't do anything. Alright, so wiped. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to restore my latest AICP backup that's got all of my stuff in place, you know, my email and accounts and apps and all that kind of stuff. Now we're restoring. So this is just a snapshot in time that I made about an hour ago. So pretty darn current. And in the app, or rather in this backup, there should be, I'm pretty sure, the latest build. And as you can see in the background, the EV is off at the moment. It says restoring system. Give it a couple more seconds here. And there we go, all done. Reboot. Go. For anybody who's watching this video, if you don't have your phone rooted, absolutely root your phone, because you can do stuff like this with it. I have 2 ROMs that are loaded up with apps and various and sundry stuff, Lineage and AICP. I have fresh ROMs that are completely virgin clean, you know, straight from the publishers. You know, I can back everything up, put it all back on again. So here I am booted up to my AICP ROM off screen so I can type in my access code. There we go. And here's my desktop coming up. Alright. So let's go over to settings and apps. And it says right now, see all apps. And go down to wherever it is. Power velocity. Okay. And it says I have version 2.3. And just for proof of concept here, let's go to the Play Store and power velocity, and it just says open because I have the current version on my phone. Okay, so I'll get out of that and let's snag the PV app. There it is. So notice that things are significantly different because I have stuff set up on here. Lots more pages of stuff, lots more apps. Home screen's different. Alright, so there's the app. Okay, scooter's currently off. Turn that guy on. Go into settings and connect. And it's going to sit here and scan. You'll never find it. There we go, finally quit. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to leave the scooter on. There it is, sitting there on. And all I'm going to do is go into settings and apps. And there's the power velocity app. I'm going to do a force stop, okay. And storage, clear cache, clear data, okay. Back, uninstall. That's about as clean and virginal as you can get any Android device to pull an app off of it. Alright, so now that's done, I'm going to go over to Root Explorer and go down to the power velocity. There it is. So there is version 1.4, and right below it is the latest version. No, cancel. Do not want to put that on there. So I'm going to put the 1.4 version on and install, and open. There's the old dashboard we know and love. Go to settings, manage, and bam, immediately it sees the PV module. And okay, it says I'm connected. Of course, it doesn't auto read. So I hit read and read. There we go. So now it says 32 amp hours, 82 volts. Definitely on the right device. And it's sitting here on. Okay, so I'm going to hit back. I'm at the dashboard, run up the throttle. Definitely working. So all I'm going to do, leave everything exactly where it is, go right back into Root Explorer so I can get to the latest version of the app. Move the camera a little bit. There we go. So there's the latest version. Install. Install. And open. Give it a second here. Let's see if it auto reconnects. Well, of course it's not going to. Why I did it twice in a row and now it won't do it. That's exactly the same pattern I've seen so many times before. I thought it was related to turning off the EV in between, but this time I left it on, just like I did the other 2 times when it successfully reconnected, and as you can see, it didn't. And if I go over to settings, it's not going to see it. It shows connected none, of course. I go to connect. It's going to say, there's really, there's some Bluetooth device out there. I can't see it. Yeah. So 2 times in a row I got to work, and most of the time this is exactly how it is. I take the old app, put it on, find the device, connect to it, put the new app on, and then it doesn't find it. It's like it's gone. And then why it worked twice in a row, your guess is as good as mine. Alright, so I'm going to do one last test. That is, turn the scooter off, just in case the Bluetooth module fell asleep for some dumb reason, which I guess it could happen. And, oops, I shouldn't have closed that. Open the app back up. Alright, so scooter's back on, and I'm going to go over to settings and connect. It's going to give up here in a second. It won't find it, because it should find it like instantly. I mean, within the first 1/5 of a second, 1/10 of a second. There we go, I gave up. Okay, so now I'm going to go to settings and connected devices and Bluetooth and pair a new device. Okay, immediately finds power velocity A and power velocity I. Get out of that, go away, and here is my Chinese BMS app, and there's power velocity I. Finds it instantly. So BMS app works. It finds the PV module, but yeah, the PV app doesn't. So let's go back to the PV app. Here it is. Settings and connect. Gave up. Never found it. Alright, so one last test. Let's reboot. So restart system. Phone is rebooting. And just in case the EV goes to sleep for some reason, which I've seen that happen a few times, the module will go to sleep if it's not connected. So anyway, turning the scooter off and turning it back on again fixes that. Okay, phone is booted. Turn the scooter back on and go off screen so I can type in my access code. There we go. Okay, phone's coming up. And I'm going to go into the PV app. Remember, this is the latest and greatest version. Scooter is on. And settings, and right now it shows none. Hit connect. It's going to scan. It's here. It's definitely on. Yeah, I should have found it immediately, within a tenth of a second, and it gave up. So, oops, didn't quite want to do that yet. Back in the app. Yeah, so it's trying to scan again. Didn't find anything. Hit back, and it says connected none. Hit connect again. It's going to scan and give up. However, I can tell you for a fact that it's there. So if I go into settings and connect to devices, Bluetooth, and pair new device, there it is, Power Velocity A and I. They're definitely on and working. It's just the app doesn't work. So I think that's it. I've probably covered the full gamut of how this plays out. As soon as just Google Apps gets on the device, the scanning in the PV app stops working. Put a Virgin ROM on there with nothing else but the PV app, and it works fine. So there's some library change that happens that is the root cause here. And when apps get put on devices, you may or may not have functionality. And as you can see, 2 times out of the 3 that I recorded, I had the old app put on the phone. It would find the module. In fact, all 3 times with the old app, it always finds the module. And then 2 out of the 3 times, I'd put the latest version on, and it would connect right up like nothing ever changed. And the 3rd time around, in fact, I did that on 2 different EVs, on this one and the Curry scooter. It worked with both of those. And then when I came back over here again to try it yet a 3rd time, then it didn't remember or lost its configuration or whatever it does. And then it couldn't tell me, what anything was, and scanning wouldn't find the Bluetooth module, and obviously nothing would find the Bluetooth module, as far as the PV app was concerned, if it was anything newer than 1.4, whereas 1.4 consistently finds the Bluetooth modules. So anyway, hopefully that helps.